Were the Natufians black Africans? Well, the second part of this question we can already answer with a no, because they weren't Africans, they were West Asians. As in literally, they were in Western Asia. However, some black nationalists seem to believe they was black. This is kind of silly, trying to appropriate cultures that have nothing to do with you, because you lack knowledge about your own. Anyway, here are some GEDmatch breakdowns for merged Natufian sample. Merged samples are quite literally two or more DNA samples that were merged together to form a larger sample. First, let's start with ancient Eurasia case 6. Here our Natufian is modeled as 94% Natufian, 2.5% WHG, and 3.5% Sub-Saharan. So 3% black in total. Does the Natufian category hide some affinities to Sub-Saharan Africans? Let's find out. Here is the Natufian on Harappa world. As you can see, not a drop of Sub-Saharan or black blood. Keep in mind, East Africans are not black, they're mixed. It is interesting that Caucasian is present but Baloch is absent. I wonder why that is the case. In MDLP K11 calculator, we can see that the Natufian is less than 1% African. In MDLP K23b, we see the same pictures in Harappa world, around 4.5% East African, which is not really black, that's mixed once again, I have to repeat myself. In Eurogenes K13, the Natufian scores 0% Sub-Saharan African, once again not black whatsoever. Even in Ethiohelix, a calculator designed for Africans, the Natufians don't score any West African, or, black. In Punt DNA LK10, the Natufians score 5% Sub-Saharan African, but once again I feel like that's more of a East African than West African black admixture. Now let's talk about their haplogroup, E1b1. Is it an African Sub-Saharan black haplogroup, or is it a Eurasian haplogroup? Here you can see the migration of the Y-DNA subclade that Natufians had. You can see that by the Paleolithic it was already out of Sub-Saharan Africa, so by the Paleolithic it was already a Caucasoid haplogroup, and by the Mesolithic it was not even in Africa, it was in the Middle East. My haplogroup also ultimately comes from Africa, but it doesn't make it an African haplogroup. Actually, I highlighted the last common ancestor between my haplogroup and E1b1b. In G25, the Natufians are literally slightly closer to the Japanese than to Sub-Saharan Africans. In conclusion, blacks need to stop LARPing as Vikings, Natufians, Indians, Chinese, and other peoples of the world. Instead of stealing other people's history, you should learn your own.